Episode 679. Lu Hao and the others watched the elementalist He Ming's health bar plummet from the party list. Without him even calling out, they already knew something was terribly wrong. They had a cleric, but He Ming's elementalist was out of the cleric's effective range. There was nothing to be done. This effective range didn't just depend on the skill's distance, it also required the target to be within the cleric's line of sight. Now He Ming's elementalist was on the other side of a wall from them. How could they possibly see him? Zhang Jiaxing could only stare helplessly. Following Lu Hao's orders, the three of them retreated from the room, blazing with thunder and fire. The moment they jumped onto the wall, He Ming's avatar dimmed. He had died gloriously.
Damn it.
Lu Hao was furious. As for the dead He Ming, he was quick on his feet, rapidly describing the situation. The three who had already made it onto the rooftop dared not make a rash move. Jumping down mid-air would make it hard to control their characters, leaving them open to attack. Lu Hao had no choice but to keep calling Sunshang in the party channel, but Sunshang wasn't responding. He Ming's elementalist had already fallen, and Sunshang could see that clear as day. But Lu Hao figured the guy would probably think He Ming was pathetic for getting taken out by someone like that, instead of feeling any concern.
What now?
Shen Jian asked Lu Hao. Over there, Zhang Jiaxing's cleric crouched down and carefully crawled toward the eaves, trying to see if anything was wrong. But the moment his head popped out, a gunshot rang out. The cleric ducked back just in time, only to have a shower of shattered roof tiles rain down on him.
I'll do it.
Lu Hao had his spell blade carefully edge along the eaves. He raised his sword and chanted, instantly condensing an orb of electricity. He was about to use another electric wave array to clear a landing zone for them. But the moment the wave formation began its chant, the skill's effect gave it away far too early, clearly a major flaw in this type of ability. The moment the electric sphere appeared, Yeshu's Lord Grimm suddenly leaped up.
Heh, too late.
Lu Hao laughed. He knew full well the wave formation's biggest weakness, but right now, both sides were out of each other's reach. By the time Lord Grimm jumped up and saw it, even if he fired a shot, the bullet might hit him. But Lu Hao's chant would finish first. He'd already calculated all of that. Who would have thought that when Lord Grimm leaped up, he wouldn't fire at him at all? Instead, he turned his back to the ground and launched himself into the air, a flying cannon aimed straight for the rooftop. Lu Hao was momentarily stunned, but just then, a leg swept out from beneath him, striking straight at his face, a ninja skill, Severance. Lu Hao was so focused on watching Lord Grimm up in the sky that he never even considered someone might be hiding under the eaves. Only then did he realize the other team had a ninja who could use his stealth skill to lie in ambush under the eaves. Unfortunately, by the time they realized what was happening, Liu Hao's spellblade had already been launched into the air by that kick. Deception smoothly flipped onto the roof and, without missing a beat, hurled two shurikens straight at Shen Jian and Zhang Jiaxing's characters. Lord Grimm's cannon shot carried him in just as the grenade landed beneath Deception's spellblade. The blast went off. Deception was right there too, but neither of them were affected. But the blast sent Lu Hao flying straight under the house. Zhang Jiaxing was a cleric, after all, no real combat power. And just like before, no one had taken enough damage yet for him to need to step in. Lonely Zhang Jiaxing finally had something to do. He pointed his staff, casting a sacred fire right where Lord Grimm was about to land. But Yi Shu used a shadow clone technique, leaving the fake body behind while the real one lunged straight for Zhang Jiaxing's cleric. With the cleric cornered, the need for protection was even greater. Shen Jian's striker lunged forward almost instinctively, his fist already swinging. Then, both of them heard the sound of several landings. Behind them, Zhan Lulan, Qin Fangge, Ye Shi, and Chiba Ruli, all four of them, had leaped up from that direction. Qin Ye Ruoli waved her hand, and a sacred fire erupted right in front of the striker, Shen Jin. Startled, Shen Jian quickly performed a backflip. But who would have thought that Lord Grimm would actually abandon the cleric and charge straight at him? With a thrust of his battle lance, where could Shen Jian, still mid-backflip, possibly dodge? He hurriedly tried to catch the blade barehanded, but when his hand closed around it, there was nothing there. Lord Grim's spear stopped just short of his hand, not thrusting forward at all. His hand closed on empty air, and the spear thrust forward in the same motion. Shen Jian's striker had already landed, but the attack came too fast and too close to dodge. The war spear barely had to stretch its head to skewer him.
You think such a cheap trick would fool me? You know how much experience I have dealing with strikers.
Yi Shu laughed. That spear thrust was a circle swing. After it struck, he would lift and slam the target down. Shen Jian felt a surge of frustration. He understood exactly what Yi Shu meant. This guy had been going toe-to-toe with Han Wenqing, the top striker player, for years. He was more than experienced enough against strikers. Compared to Han Wenqing, my little tricks were nothing. But in that split second, there was no time to think it through. It was pure instinct. Even if he had considered that, Shen Jian wasn't going to come up with any unconventional tricks anytime soon. Under the circle swing's forced knockdown, Shen Jian could do nothing. But as the view shifted, deception had already swung his blade, sending several streams of water racing toward him. Shen Jian's heart went cold. How was he supposed to dodge now? That circle swing had effectively sent Shen Jian straight to prison.